Have you ever noticed that some men can make a woman chase them endlessly, while others are ignored no matter how hard they try? It's not about looks, money, or charm. It's about something deeper, something almost invisible, yet undeniable. Today, I'm going to reveal the secret that makes a woman chase you permanently, the kind of secret most men will never understand. By the end of this video, you'll know how to become the kind of man she can't resist, the kind of man she will pursue without you having to beg, text, or chase. No gimmicks, no tricks, just truth, discipline, and real power. If you're ready to stop being replaceable and start being unforgettable, listen carefully. Most men make the fatal mistake of chasing approval. They try too hard, texting too much, complimenting endlessly, or buying her attention with gifts. But the truth is, nothing you do for her will ever make her chase you if you haven't first built yourself. A woman senses instantly whether a man is rooted in purpose or drifting in her world. The key is to impress yourself first. Focus on building your body, your mind, your career, your passions, and your discipline. Learn new skills, strengthen your character, and embrace challenges. When you live a life full of purpose, you radiate confidence and independence, qualities that naturally draw her in. Ask yourself, are you living for her, or are you living for yourself? The difference is massive. A man who improves his life without needing validation becomes rare and magnetic. He doesn't chase, he creates value, and paradoxically, she begins to chase him. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Focus on becoming that man." When you impress yourself, the world, including her, can't help but notice. One of the biggest mistakes men make is letting emotions control them. Women are naturally drawn to men who remain calm, composed, and unshakable. Reacting to every mood swing, every text, or every little argument signals neediness and instability. That pushes her away instead of pulling her in. Emotional control is magnetic because it signals strength and self-mastery, qualities most men lack. When you remain steady and unbothered, even in tense situations, she feels a sense of security and respect. She senses that you are a man who can handle life's challenges without losing composure. This doesn't mean being cold or distant, it means mastering your inner world. When you stop taking things personally and stop reacting automatically, you become rare. She notices that while other men are desperate to impress her, you are confident, silent, and grounded. That gap creates curiosity, admiration, and eventually, pursuit. The Stoics taught that our power lies in control over ourselves, not others. Apply this. Stop reacting to every text, message, or behavior. Stay calm, stay centered. Become the kind of man whose presence alone commands attention. Emotional control doesn't just attract women, it commands respect and makes her chase you naturally. Most men make the mistake of confusing attention with access. They think that if they constantly text, call, or show up, she will chase them. But in reality, over-availability kills attraction. A woman doesn't chase what she can easily have. The key is to give her attention, but not your entire life. Let her feel your presence, but keep parts of yourself untouchable and mysterious. When she senses that she can't predict your next move, her curiosity awakens. She begins to imagine you, wonder about you, and chase you, not because you begged for her attention, but because you are rare and magnetic. Attention shows interest. Access shows neediness. When you constantly give access, always responding, always agreeing, always availably, remove the tension, the pursuit, and the desire. Scarcity, when applied wisely, creates value and fascination. This is why high-value men focus on their life first. They are busy building themselves, achieving their goals, and following their purpose. She doesn't feel the need to chase until she realizes that being with you is a privilege, not a guarantee. Master this balance. Show her you see her, respect her, and appreciate her, but keep your world intact. That tension is magnetic. That is how she starts chasing you. Neediness is the fastest way to kill attraction. A man who clings, texts constantly, or seeks validation signals insecurity, not value. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a life bigger than them. Men with direction, ambition, and purpose. Purpose is magnetic because it demonstrates self. When you focus on your goals, your passions, and your growth, you become a man who can stand alone. She begins to chase you not because she has to, but because she wants to be part of your world, a world that moves forward. No matter what, ask yourself, are you living for her attention, or are you living for your vision? The difference is profound. Men who chase validation are replaceable. Men who chase purpose are irreplaceable. When you show purpose, you are calm, confident, and grounded. She senses that you have your own value and are not defined by her presence. That rare energy triggers desire and pursuit naturally. Remember, she is attracted to what you are, not what you give her. Live fully, chase your ambitions, and let your purpose pull her toward you. Neediness repels, purpose attracts. Most men chase with words, texting constantly, explaining themselves, or trying to convince her to feel a certain way. But the most magnetic men chase with silence. Silence creates tension, mystery, and anticipation, the very emotions that make a woman pursue you. When you don't respond immediately, when you remain calm instead of reacting emotionally, you create a space where she starts to notice your absence. She begins to imagine you, wonder about you, and value your attention more than ever. This is not manipulation. It's a natural consequence of self-control and discipline. Silence signals confidence. It shows that your world does not revolve around her texts or moods. A man who can be quiet without feeling anxious is rare, and that rarity is irresistible. She will feel drawn toward you because your energy is controlled, composed, and independent. The Stoics taught that our power lies in controlling ourselves, not others. Apply this to your interactions. Speak less, act more, and let your presence and your absence speak volumes. Mastering silence makes you unforgettable, and when she feels the gap, she will chase you without you having to push. Availability is the silent killer of attraction. When a woman knows you will always be there, she begins to take you for granted. She stops chasing because she assumes your attention is unlimited. Scarcity, on the other hand, creates value and desire. High-value men understand that their time is their most precious asset. They protect it fiercely. When you are busy building your life, pursuing goals, and following your purpose, she senses your worth. Your time becomes a commodity she wants to earn, not something freely given. This doesn't mean ignoring her completely. It means setting boundaries. Respond on your terms, prioritize your schedule, and don't sacrifice your life for instant gratification. When she realizes your time is limited, she starts valuing every moment with you more deeply. Scarcity is not manipulation, it's a reflection of self. A man who is always available is replaceable. A man who is selective, disciplined, and in control of his time becomes irresistible. Remember, being unavailable sometimes isn't coldness, it's power. It forces her to chase you, to invest in your presence, and to see you as a man worth pursuing permanently. A woman will never chase a man she can control. True attraction comes when she feels safe without feeling like she owns you. Women naturally gravitate toward men who are emotionally stable, grounded, and unwavering. These men provide security, not submission. Making her feel safe means remaining calm in every situation. It means speaking with confidence, acting with consistency, and showing that your life is balanced and purposeful. But it also means holding your boundaries firmly. Don't compromise your values or self-respect to please her. A man who stands firm without aggression communicates strength that draws her in. Control repels. Safety attracts. When she feels she can rely on you emotionally, yet cannot control your life, she experiences a rare mix of trust and intrigue. That combination is magnetic. The Stoics believe that true power comes from mastery over oneself, not others. Apply this in your interactions. Provide stability, not submission. Confidence, not desperation. When you make her feel safe yet maintain your independence, she doesn't just like you, she pursues you relentlessly. The balance between safety and autonomy is the foundation for permanent attraction. Words are cheap. Anyone can talk about how confident, successful, or disciplined they are. But true attraction is built through consistent action. Women chase men who live their values, not those who simply talk about them. Leading with action means showing up for yourself, first working on your body, your skills, your career, and your purpose. It means following through on promises, keeping your word, and demonstrating reliability. She notices the man who does what he says, who moves through life with quiet determination. That kind of presence is magnetic. Talk creates expectations. Actions create reality. When a man consistently acts with confidence, discipline, and purpose, he becomes irreplaceable. She sees the difference between the men who just speak and the man who lives his truth every day. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Apply this in your life. Show, don't tell. Lead with results, not promises. When you live your principles boldly and consistently, you don't need to convince her. She naturally chases you, drawn to your strength and integrity. Most men make the fatal mistake of tolerating disrespect, hoping it will eventually earn them love or attention. The truth is, a man who tolerates disrespect becomes replaceable, and a woman loses interest. The moment you allow her to cross your boundaries, you signal weakness, and chasing stops. Walking away is not cruelty, it's self. When a man refuses to accept mistreatment, he rises in her eyes. She begins to see that you are a man with standards, a man who values himself more than temporary approval. That realization ignites desire. Disrespect creates distance, and distance creates curiosity. She starts to reflect on your value, questioning why you didn't bend to her whims. That gap triggers the chase because she senses the rarity of your presence and the strength of your character. The Stoics taught that external events only control you if you allow them to. Apply this principle, protect your energy, hold your boundaries, and never compromise your dignity. When you walk away from disrespect calmly and firmly, you become unforgettable. She will chase you not because you demand it, but because she cannot replace a man who refuses to settle for less. The ultimate truth is simple. A woman only chases a man who stands out, who is rare, disciplined, and strong. Ordinary men are replaceable. They react, they cling, they compromise. The man she chases is irreplaceable, a man whose presence, energy, and lifestyle she cannot find anywhere else. To become that man, focus on yourself first. Build your body, mind, and spirit. Pursue mastery in your craft. Live with purpose and consistency. Develop the kind of confidence that comes from action, not words. This is the man who is magnetic, not because he seeks attention, but because he is inherently valuable. She will chase you when she realizes your attention is earned, your time is rare, and your energy is protected. A man who respects himself creates desire naturally. He does not beg, plead, or manipulate. He simply exists with strength and purpose, and that existence draws her in. Remember, permanence in attraction is earned, not demanded. When you evolve into a man, she cannot replace one who is independent, disciplined, and rare. She will chase you permanently, because the chase is no longer about you seeking her. It is about her recognizing a man worth pursuing. The chase isn't about games, tricks, or manipulation. It's about self-mastery, presence, and unwavering purpose. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, discipline, confidence, independence, women naturally notice. They pursue, they admire, and they can't resist. Remember this: a man who is rare, strong, and consistent does not need to chase. His life, his energy, and his boundaries create the attraction. She will chase you, not because you begged for it, but because you became a man she cannot replace. Apply these principles every day. Master yourself, control your emotions, protect your time, and live with purpose. The moment you stop seeking validation and start creating value, you step into a level of magnetism few men ever experience. Be rare, be strong, be unwavering, and watch as she chases you.